The invention of the assembly line in 1913 ushered in a golden era for American workers, helping cities around the country explode in population. In today's global marketplace, there are still companies surviving and thriving right here in our own backyard. We're hitting the road in search of America's most interesting companies to answer one question: why are you proud to be made in America?
Do you work in one of those industries where you're constantly wiping the sweat off of your brow and doing whatever you can to stay cool during the day? Most places have central air conditioning nowadays, but not all of them. I'm Tyler Kern, and today we're in Lexington, Kentucky, the home of bourbon and horse racing in the United States, and we're visiting the home of Big Ass Fans, one of the companies doing what they can to keep American workers cool. This is Made in America, where we're exploring the companies that are keeping America moving.
It's been said that fortune favors the bold, and that idea is on full display at Big Ass Fans. This company has been proving that you can go big while keeping manufacturing jobs at home. By staying local, Big Ass Fans is proving to have a big-ass economic impact on the city of Lexington.
So we're here at Big Ass Fans. It's awesome.
It is certainly a comfortable facility, hopefully, as we walk through it.
So you guys started in 1999, is that right?
Yeah, started in 1999 as the HVLS fan company. And then after 4 years of basically serving the agricultural market, got our start in dairy and livestock. You do it for 4 years and people keep picking up the phone and saying, hey, you know, my buddy just put in one of those Big Ass Fans. Is that you guys? What's going on? Yes, it's us, it's us. So, all right, 4 years later, 2003, changed the name to Big Ass Fans. You know who you're calling. There were certainly throughout the last 20 years, plenty of people that don't like the name, but that's fine, because the reality is we're a company that's here for 20 years. I mean, we're not going anywhere. Right. We're not changing it. It's Big Ass Fans.
What differentiates you from the rest of the competition, from the other companies doing similar things to what you're doing?
We're in the 45,000 square foot legal R&D facility, right? And nobody else has that. It's the only one dedicated to testing high volume, low speed fans in the world. The R&D facility was built, basically right there in the recession, 2007, 2008. And I think the fact that we're, sitting here a decade and change after the fact that it was, created, you're seeing the fruits of those labors, right? You're seeing the best products on the market right here in Lexington. I think the best part of living in Lexington is the fact that we have the big town feel at times when you need it, but at the same time you can kind of have that small town community feel where everybody rallies behind and kind of rallies with the companies. And of course we support those community efforts, whether it's a bourbon festival or a recent Railbird Music Festival, we wanted to be a part of that, we want to support it.
This is where it all starts. Tell me what we're looking at.
Yeah, this is the initial point of Big Fans creation, right? Let's break it down. And it starts with a quality hub and spar system. All right. So here's extruded aluminum. I mean, you can get some, there's some weight to that, but maybe it's not as heavy as some people would think. You're getting something that maybe you can't experience until you actually feel it or hold it. Yeah. But we have our hub and spar system. So every spar goes in. We have two different hub plates. And everything is screwed in, factory, manufactured right here in Lexington, Kentucky. And that kind of ensures everybody's getting the same product, right? It's not an assembly required once it gets on site where you're putting in these spars. All of our hardware is grade 8, 6063 T5 aluminum. I mean, it's high-end, high-grade stuff that we're using to where you're not just gonna be able to pull it from somewhere else. This is meant to be a Big Ass Fan.
All right, so that was step one of the process. Now we're on to step two. What are we looking at now?
Once you have a quality hub and a quality spar system, it's time to start really building this thing. This is our Nitro Seal gearbox.
All right.
Nitro Seal means we can put this up, set it and forget it. You're not changing oil, right? It's that kind of traditional mindset method of, hey, you need to oil change every so often. Right. The Nitro Seal keeps everything in there. So that process does start with the fact that we have a crane system. We'll pick up one of these Nitro Seal gearboxes and we'll take it over here to the production line. Okay.
This is where we kind of start the real assembly process and kind of walk through the final steps.
Yeah, this is the real build of a Big Ass Fan. You start with that spar and hub system. We see the Nitro Seal gearbox, and we know that we're going to put that hub and spar system on the gearbox. This is the first process. We have the crane. It just makes it a lot more easier than trying to pick that thing up. Again, yeah, from a weight perspective, the full fan's maybe only 300 and something pounds total.
Yeah.
But when you're trying to pick up a 30-pound, 40-pound piece of that, because that is the meat and potatoes of our fan, is the gearbox and the motor, you're really going to feel it. And so you're seeing, we do have tools and dies and a system that says, let's take it from the crane, let's put it in, and then once we put it in, we're going to assemble that spar and hub system, and then it's going to really start getting through the build process so we can ship it out to a customer.
Absolutely. So after we have hub and spar, and then we have gearbox, what's it time for now? What's next?
We have the first two big steps of the process locked in. We have to have a motor. Without a motor, you don't really have a lot of manufactured products.
It's go time now.
It's go time. Yeah, so a lot of our products, our supply chain, almost 3/4 of our product is coming within a day's drive from where we're sourcing our stuff.
Right.
And so from a motor and a gearbox standpoint, we have a couple of different people that we work with, Marathon and Stober, and then we also have Ramco close to Dayton, Ohio.
And as you mentioned, over here is where electrical begins to happen. We really get into the nitty-gritty there.
Yeah, you're going to start seeing the electrical. So Marvin is making sure that from an electrical standpoint, we have everything we need. And when he takes it down to the plexiglass, he's going to connect everything. You'll see a couple wires. He'll make sure that those are in. And then this is supposed to be a 14-foot, a 20-foot fan. And so now we're getting that data and the feedback. So he connects it, plugs it in, and this is going to be a 14-foot Powerfoil X 3.0.
It's like watching a child grow up. It's like, I feel like a connection to this fan now, I've seen it every step along the process. So now once it's past that quality control inspection, it's going to move on down the line and get to kind of the packaging phase, right?
It's the final stage. So when Marvin's done here and we kind of did a last scan and tag, passed the test, you see he's just kind of sealing everything up. And then once we seal everything up, ship it on down.
So that's the process, beginning to end, of making a big ass fan.
It is the beginning to finish process of making our best-selling big fan line, our Powerfoil series.
It's pretty incredible, and it's all done here in Lexington, Kentucky.
We take a lot of pride in that. Yeah, the fact that we are here in Lexington, we've been in Lexington for 20 years, have no plans of moving, and we take a lot of pride in the fact that we're living, working, and playing with our families, our neighbors, and our friends, and we're reinvesting in this community too, right? It's the fact that everybody here has jobs means, we get to go out in the community and support other local businesses. You have a manufacturing facility that is employing 100 and something production employees. If we manufactured somewhere else, that's 100 and something production employees that don't have jobs. As an international company, we do have some facilities. We have offices in Canada and Australia and Malaysia and Singapore, but the crux is we're here. And we want to be here, and that is certainly by choice, as we want to continue to manufacture our products, assemble our products here in the United States, and make sure everything's out the door the way it should be out the door.
Once you know how to build a fan, repeating the process should be a breeze, right? Well, not so fast. Big Ass Fans is focused on the next generation of cooling technology today at their research and development facility. This is also where they stress test all of their products to ensure they can stand up to the rigors of 24/7 use, 365 days a year.
We saw it as this is the path forward to innovation and creating a new product. So the barrier that a lot of people experience in that prototyping phase, which is how do you iterate? How do you quickly make those changes required, whether it be fit or performance? We have all of those abilities here in-house, and then do all the airspeed measurements required to help refine those models.
All right, Jay, I want to move this way because I see some testing going on over here, and I'm curious about what you have lined up. Tell me a little bit more about what's going on in this area.
So this is the i6. This is one of our new residential fan offerings.
Okay.
And this is just a continued life test. So this cycles the fan on and off, and it's with light, without light. And again, we're just evaluating component durability over time.
And then up here, you have another big fan, big ass fan, I should say, maybe, being tested out up here. What are you testing with this guy?
So this is a next generation motor gearbox as part of agency compliance testing to make certain that the product is safe, and then also monitoring the electrical inputs to make sure it's also within the design range of the drive and the motor.
In a community that has the size of a large city but the feel of a small town, The impact of a company like Big Ass Fans is felt everywhere. Big Ass Fans reflects the area it was born out of, and locals are proud to claim it as their own.
It's about quality. Anything that comes out of Kentucky, we talk about the bourbon that comes out, right? You want quality bourbon.
Yeah.
You don't want the cheap stuff. We want premium products. Just like folks that might think Kentucky bourbon's high quality, Big Ass Fans, the same thing. Kentucky is high quality. UK men's basketball, right? It's basketball, bluegrass, horses. It's all premium quality and high-end stuff. And you're going to get the best of us. When we are on this stage, certainly in an international stage, you better represent us well.
Right.
So I think that Kentucky really, has that from Big Ass Fans' perspective. We want you guys to succeed and represent us well.
Well, I feel a lot cooler now after shooting the breeze with the guys from Big Ass Fans. Now, it's time to head off to one of Lexington's world-renowned bourbon distilleries. Actually, let's make it two.